Hey, Janny here from www.jannyfranck.com, and I'm up in my little yellow studio. I'm just going to spin the camera around because, ooh, over there are all sorts of exciting things happening because Journey Spiral's about to begin. So I've just been up here doing some of the last minute kind of graphics and stuff for the first session, and really excited, really excited. We start on Friday, so join us if you want to. Okay, I wanted to talk about something that's linked to the Journey Spiral course actually, and it is talking about why you aren't creative all the time. So we have this very technological society. We have this very kind of post-industrial production line, mechanized culture, which has given us a lot of lovely things, including this little phone that I'm filming this on, and the internet that you're watching this on, and whatever you're watching this on. And this technology has been really fantastic, but one of the effects that it's had on us is that it's given us an expectation that we are going to be super productive all the time, and that when, especially to do with creativity, that we're just going to show up in our studio every single day and churn out fantastic artwork. And we get the impression that's what other people are doing, and we expect that of ourselves, and we beat ourselves up about it. And I know I speak to so many artists who are just like, when I speak to people in that bit where they're not creating work, they're not actually putting artwork out there, they're not making physical kind of things, or writing actual words or poems or songs or recording music or whatever, that bit where you're kind of not, is really frustrating for artists. And I think the first thing I'm going to say is it's okay to feel frustrated. It's very natural to feel frustrated at that time of the process, and it's okay to feel a little sad. It's okay to feel a little sense of lack and loss. I think that's fine. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you if you're feeling that. And I really do equate creativity to any natural process. And the thing to think about creativity is it is a natural process. It is not a mechanized process. It's not an automated process. Your creativity comes from exactly the same source that gets a seed growing in the ground and gets the weather changing and all of the natural processes in the world. There's an ice cream van outside and I'm really distracted now. They don't have any dairy-free ice cream anyway, and that's better for me. Oh, hello, ice cream. Often licked but never beaten, the ice cream van says. It's a bit rude, isn't it? It's a bit rude for an ice cream van. Or isn't it? Could just be my brain. Anyway, let's get off the subject of ice cream and back onto the subject of creativity. So when you are in that bit of creativity, when you're producing work and you're on a roll and the work's coming, it's really lovely and it feels good and you're in flow, and you know, you're putting your work out there, you're getting really good feedback, you're sharing what you're doing, and you are, you know, sometimes the words just flow, sometimes the paint just onto the paper, and that is glorious, that is lovely. And then you get a bit where you get stuck, and so many people can be stuck there permanently or for like a really long time. What I want to say to you, when I put out to you there, is that that bit when you stop that flow is the bit where you are regrouping, you're resting. It's like sleeping, it's like winter time, it's like the night time, and it isn't as joyous and fun as the summertime when everything's like, ooh, it isn't like that, but it is still really crucial to your creativity that you draw back in, that you go into the darkness, that you rest everything, that you let things kind of bubble up and do their thing. And a lot of it is happening where you can't see, and you need to trust that, you really do. So we're going to be doing a lot of work on this on the Journey Spiral, because that is Journey Spiral is a technique that actually acknowledges this natural process and uses it, puts it into our minds in a way that helps us to use the natural process to keep moving, because the main thing is not to get stuck. If you get stuck in any part of the process, it can be bad for your creativity. You can be really stuck for a long time and even go backwards and you know, have all sorts of crises with your art, which is no fun. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it's been helpful to you. And, you know, please do let me know how you feel about it, what kind of stages you feel your creativity has, what kind of, I call it gestation period for an idea. I've had ideas that sort of take years. And I've had, in fact, the journey spiral idea was very much an idea that kind of was germinating in my brain for an awfully long time before I was actually able to come out with like, oh, this is what this is. This is what this thing that's been bubbling away. And when you're in that bit where you feel like you're not creating anything, it's really important to use your journal. So yay, journals. Journals are wonderful things. I love journals. I love notebooks. Yeah, too many of them. Journals are really useful things for just keeping that flow, keeping that momentum, examining how you're feeling. It's also very good to do things like doodle down ideas and just play. Do art for yourself, just to nurture yourself. I find for me, like the more crafty arts, so crochet and paper making and that sort of thing really helps me. Herb gathering is really good for me, and studying kind of things, researching and just kind of playing around with things rather than trying to produce all the time. That works really well for me. And nurture yourself and be kind to yourself when you're in that that stage of your creativity where you're not churning out loads of work. And you will see really gorgeous things come. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Pop over to my website and read a bit more about Journey Spiral. If that's kind of triggering a little longing in you, then it would be wonderful if you would join us. And there are more resources over on my website as well, if you're not already there, because you might be watching this on there. And link up with me on Facebook, come and find me on Twitter and all the places. And I hope to hear from you about how this has resonated for you or not. Let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.